Welcome back. Just out for a little cruise. I figured it's a good time to go over the Mach 1. I know by now everybody's probably seen it, and there's a lot of mixed reviews from what I've seen. My opinion is overhyped. I'm not a big fan. Don't get me wrong, the car does look good. It's mostly a GT with a GT 500 wing, or a Bullet, you might as well say, because of the extra power. But some of the good, the rims look really nice. They would be a pain to clean. I got the performance pack ones on here. Same deal with those. It'd be a little bit of a pain in the butt to clean, but they suit the car. They look really nice. They're wider, a lot wider than the stuff Ford puts on usually. So, you know, wider the rim, the wider the rubber you can fit on there. So that's always good. I'm sure suspension-wise, they're claiming it's the best track Mustang ever. So suspension-wise, I'm sure the upgrades there are worth it as well. But for me, first of all anyway, I would have to see the pricing. They didn't release any pricing yet. We all know it's going to be ridiculous. I don't know if it's going to be Ford marketing up or the dealerships marketing it up. But we all know, we've seen it with the GT 500 as well. And for this being basically just a GT with a couple extras added on, the price that everybody thinks it's going to be around is definitely not worth it, in my opinion. I would rather buy something like this, like I already have, and just keep modding the thing. The one thing I like, the wing, it's the same as the GT 500. So I was looking at it for this car as well. I think it's one of the best looking wings you can get. But again, like everybody said, it's kind of like they use the Mach 1 as a leftover, you know, leftover parts, let's throw it in a car and call it the Mach 1, which kind of disappointed a lot of people. If you wanted the shaker hood, for me personally, I don't really like the shaker hood. It could have came with something different, not necessarily a shaker, maybe a scoop or anything like that. Would have looked maybe not better, but at least it would be set apart for the Mach 1 to be its own kind of brand, you know? And then the decals, I'm not a big fan of decals on my car. I'd peel them off, but same goes as the Mach 1 thing. I think a lot of these will be probably collector, you know, people aren't going to mod the crap out of them. They're not going to drive them a bunch. It's going to be somebody who has a collection or wants to add it to their collection. Not all of them, but most of them will be stored away. Sunday driver type of cars. And the biggest pet peeve I have, this is what killed it for me, is the grille. I'm actually a big fan of the round fog lights in the grille. I was looking at aftermarket ones for this car even as possibilities. I can't remember the brand right off the top of my head, but they are out there. It's kind of like the RTR grill, except instead of the little triangle in the corner of the grill, you have your round fog lights that light up. And why did they put that on the Mach 1 and not make it an actual light? It looks stupid, just a big black piece of plastic in the grill. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be, you know, aftermarket companies will take care of all that stuff, but when you're paying for the car, it's the mod. They should at least make it an option. Maybe make it like a one model higher up or whatever you want to do, right? But basically all that Ford said is, well, you can take the back of the little plate, the backing on there off, and just have an open hole, which, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but it still looks stupid without having a light in there. Should have had like a little halo light. Doesn't have to necessarily be a full-on light like the older Mustangs had, but even a little halo, kind of similar to the Challenger headlights, how they have the intake in the middle and it's a bit of a halo light around, but it would be the fog light instead of a headlight. And that's my biggest pet peeve of the car. Like I said, it still looks good and everything, but that kind of killed it for me. And then really get why they would want to have a backing on there. Either leave it off or make it solid. But I guess somebody will figure out some sort of cooling system, or I don't know if it'll be for the engine or for the brakes or for the intake or what. It's kind of in a weird spot to have piping going all through there, but I'm sure somebody will figure it out. Like I said, there'll be cool things coming out for the car, but for me that was the biggest downside, because I was actually looking forward to maybe getting a grill from Ford. Like I would just order the Mach 1 grill with the lights. It would have all the wiring ready, it would plug into the car properly, you wouldn't have to do any it'd be aftermarket technically, but you wouldn't have to go through a company that maybe you don't know, and you don't really know if the grill's going to work or not, right? But unfortunately, not the case here, so we'll just have to keep looking. And then, like I said, power-wise, a lot of people thought it would be 500 plus horsepower, where basically they just took the Bullet and put the automatic transmission in as an option, and put the GT350 or 6-speed in there as an option. I know they were having a lot of troubles with their last transmission in the 5.0, so everybody that wants the stick version, they're happy in that sense anyways. But I drive the auto, so it's not too big of a deal for me. 10-speed is the same. I know a lot of people also thought maybe they'd put the DCT in there. It would have been cool to have, but I think it comes down to price. Those transmissions are a lot of money compared to the 10R80. So, same thing, Ford already knows this thing is going to be pricey. If they were to throw that in, then that's just extra to put on top of the customer again. But same thing as I said before, as the lights, they could have had it as an option. If you want to go and build your own, okay, I want to pay whatever extra, even $5 grand, $6 grand, who cares? You want the DCT, pay the extra, you can get it in your car. But yeah, like I said, it's Ford's thing is just to put it out, and people who want it will buy it, I guess, and people who don't will just rag on it on YouTube. But then what else is there? The other thing is the body. I like the front bumper. Looks the GT5, or not the GT500, the GT350 style front bumper. Looks alright. Doesn't have such a blank spot around the little fog lights or the LED strips there. That part I like. The rest of it, how they have like the front splitter and the side skirts and stuff all have the extra parts added on. To me, it just looks like a quick afterthought type of thing. If you look up Drake muscle cars, I think it's like 5-piece or 6-piece side splitter and front splitter kit for the 2018 and up. If you look at those, it's basically like they took that kit and just bolted it on this car, and then that's their Mach 1 body. So I'm not saying it looks bad, it's just the same thing over again. Like you're making a new, well, not new, Mach 1 Mustangs have been around for a while, but this is kind of the new generation of it, and they basically just threw a bunch of parts from the other Mustangs that are already made into one, kind of Frankenstein them all together, and then called it the Mach 1, when really it's a Bullet GT or it's a Bullet GT 350, depending if you want the 10R80 or the 6-speed. Power wise is the same. If you look at the pictures under the hood, even the air filter, they could have at least changed the air filter color, but the Bullets have the yellow air filter, so does this one. Just little things like that they could have changed to make it more unique to itself. But it is what it is. Like I said, still a really nice car. Would I spend my money to upgrade to it having this one? No. If I had an older Mustang and I was looking to upgrade, that's where I'd have to see the price. Like I said, maybe, I don't know, you got a 10-year-old Mustang, you're thinking, okay, well, I want to go S550. So there's plenty of options now. You can get your EcoBoost, you got the GT, all the way up to your GT 500, depending on how much money you want to spend. And then, I know up here anyway, the GT 350, compared to the GT up to GT 350, 350R, there's a huge price difference there. So, I don't know if the Mach 1 will be quite that highly priced. I don't know how it is in the States, but in Canada we have there's a lot of space there between the two, so hopefully it's somewhere a little closer to the GT price, because really you're basically getting a GT with a tune and some bolt-ons. So I can't really see them charging that much more, but then everybody knows it's the Mach 1, it's the name you're paying for. So if I had an older Mustang, I would probably hold off, maybe see what the pricing is for it, because like I said, the suspension and everything, and it does look good, the wing looks good, the color looks good, the interior is good. It's an awesome car, it's the same as this car. But if you're tight on, well, not tight on money, but if you're looking to save a few bucks here and there, I would say personally hold off, wait till the pricing's out. Maybe they make a different option for it. Maybe you can, add a few things, take a few things off if you don't want it. But for this one was 58 grand before taxes and all the dealer add-ons and all that stuff. So if you're going to be paying probably 60 plus, maybe 70 even, Canadian dollars, not American dollars. So if you're watching this, don't freak out. It's not that expensive up here. But if you're really paying that much money for a couple suspension parts that you could add on to these cars, that's the thing with the Mustang, they're super easy to mod. So Steeda makes some crazy stuff. That's what I'm getting on this for the most part. And basically, if you're a little bit handy, you can probably build yourself a better version of what this Mach 1 will be and save yourself thousands of dollars at the end of the day. But if you're one of those diehard fans, you want the actual Mach 1, then maybe you're willing to pay a little more and either drive it or store it away, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But that's my little take on it. I would have to wait and see for the pricing. Overall, car looks good. Is it worth it if it's going to be super overly priced? No. But whatever it is you want is what you should get. Don't listen to anybody on YouTube. If you like the car, go and get it. If you can. I'm sure they'll be sought after like the GT 500, but it is what it is. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know I've been reading a lot of the comments on other videos, and it's kind of the same thing. People are iffy about it. Some like it, some hate it, and some are just waiting to see more details, mostly pricing, and then they'll all make their decision from there. Should be out around the 6-month mark, they said, 5-6 months, so that puts us by the end of the year. It should be starting to drop. So cross your fingers it's not too much. If you like this video, thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.